Hello, welcome to Unearthing New Vinyl. It's season 2, episode 19, I think. Yes. Matt is on holiday again, so I'm rolling on my ones once more. Slightly shorter show this week. We've only got 5 records to get through because Matt has done an interview with Jack Workforce as part of the release of his debut album here. So that's going to be coming up after I finish chatting about this week's new releases. Let's get into it.
You are now listening to the sounds of
Right, this one running underneath this is mpeg, the False Flat EP on Slump Recordings. Slump on a really nice run of form, does some great releases recently. This is a sort of a mishmash of sort of breaksy, electro sort of stuff. The A1 track we're playing now, I can't read it because the record's spinning around, but check this one out, see what you think. So yeah, there you go. The track was called Slot 16. Really nice tune there. On the A2 is Baby Rollin remix of this track. Baby Rollin, obviously the person that runs the label. So yeah, go and check that out. Really nice slice of breaks and electro there. Right, what we're going to do next? Let's keep it on the sort of breaksy electro tip. This one's a slightly older release, but we're going to feature it anyway. It's Hooverian Blur. On Yellow Machines. Hooverian Blur obviously has done bits on Sneaker Social Club before. Really cool release this. As I said, sort of breaks and electro, but the B2s are sort of, it sounds like jungle slowed down, which is really cool. We're going to play the A1, which is called Confusions. Let me just check this is the A side, eh? No, that was the B side. Lucky I did check. So yeah, this is Hooverian Blur, Confusions. It proper bounce to that tune, really like it. As Jake and I have just said off camera, really liking this sort of breaks and electro sort of mashup stuff going on at the moment. I mean, there's a lot of this sort of smashing together with genres at the moment. Some really cool results coming from it, so long may it continue. That's cool. So yeah, that was Hooverian Blur on Yellow Machines. Really cool artwork as well, full colour sleeve, looks really cool. So you're going to check that one. Since we're on a bit of an album flex this week, let's do this one next. Low End Activist, Hostile Utopia. This is obviously on Sneaker Social Club. I mean, the record itself is a sort of, not a love letter I suppose, but it sort of references Blackbird, the Blackbird Lee's estate in Oxford where LEA grew up, I think. Shout out to all the Oxford crew, one myself, big up. This got some cool features on here. Mez, Ems, love Ems. We're gonna play that tune. It's got Killer P on here as well. Very much on this sort of future grime, hard, dark, intense industrial sort of grime stuff that's Sneaker on at the moment. I suppose this is the sort of culmination of the run of singles that they've been doing recently. It's sort of led to this. So yeah, let's play. Which one is it? The Ems tune is B1 Get Get. Let's give this a bell. Love Ems. The stuff he does with Sir Hiss on the Swear is really cool. I think it's Swear. They've got a show on Swear, I think. Yeah. So yeah, check this one.
Will help me think so the cash in my hand gets stashed safely. I don't wanna move lately, I ain't been in touch with you lately. We ain't had much to do lately, but that's no excuse not to move. And man gotta move cause the leaders move shaky. And local lads wanna black shame me. Babylon boys can't rat race me. And a tax man wanna backtrace me. More sure who's got my back lately. And I'm more sure of all the facts lately. More sure I can stack lately. I'm pretty sure I'm back, baby. Making moves and I get. See me skating through like jet set. Don't slip cause the ops wanna get. Don't slip cause the cops wanna get. Don't watch all the money man get. Don't watch all the honeys man get. Don't feel bad cause you don't get. Better get off your ass and get. Making moves and I get. See me skating through like jet set. Don't slip cause the ops wanna get. Don't slip cause the cops wanna get. Don't watch all the money man get. Don't watch all the honeys man get. Don't feel bad cause you don't get. Better get off your ass.
Yeah, wicked. Anything Ems is on is usually pretty good. Really rate that guy. We're going to play another one off this as well. We're going to play the A3, which is called Mercenary. This is featuring Mez. Yeah, check this one.
Like sure, play the good pussy when you take this for. What? Never know that I'm on raging war. Flash grenade, open your hole. Came through flexing within the law. I've seen how you gone on the road. What's the bit I give from year 4? This one sounds like open your jaw. With you and can uppercut times 4. Daddy and me flexing on the tour. You should have known I've been here before. I'm specializing with the wickedy war. You specializing with the wickedy fraud. Nike, send your bro abroad. Nike, send your bro abroad. Come on, give me hating for. From when I rolled up on tour. We never check for the Igers no more. I'm sorry, I say me the Iger fees. So 2 shots on your face, I got tear off them jaw. 2 shots on your face, I got tear off them jaw. Igers that we won't see anymore. No, Igers that we won't see anymore. Hey, look man, what your eyes been for? Why man I act like Babylon 4? Shall I go true? Kick down Babylon door. Babylon, 1 plus 3 plus more. Bleeding headshot.
Yeah, there we go. Really cool. I mean, we were talking about the future grime sort of stuff. There's a lot of just straight up grime on this album as well. It's really good. Comes with an insert which sort of gives a bit of background on the Blackbird Leys estate and the sort of influence it has over people that live in and around it. There's a bit of social unrest there in the early 90s. Well worth checking out. Interesting piece of social commentary and history there to go along with the music. Fits in quite well, I think, with the sort of theme of everything. It's really good. Wicked album. Go and check that out. I mean, Sneaker have been pumping out the releases recently, all been really, really good quality. That one is no different. Right, this one is a bit of a different one. Sweet Sensation, new label for us. This is 001. It's called the artist is Safe Planet. The EP is called the Safe Planet EP. We are going to play the B1. This has got a sample on it from the Louis Theroux's Weird Weekend, where he interviews the guy that thinks he can talk to aliens. We watched the video beforehand and it had us cracking up. So if you've seen that, you're going to recognise the sample. If you haven't, I think Jake's going to cut in a little clip of the video just so you can see where the sample comes from.
This is Central Control. This is Central Control. Stand by. Central Control, this is Addy. Central Control, this is Addy. This is Central Control. Stand by. Information to follow. We are ready to transmit. We are ready to transmit. We are ready to transmit.
So yeah, there we go, check that one out, really cool. That's Sweet Sensation 001, the Safe Planet EP by Safe Planet. Cool little sample in there. Go and check that whole episode of Louis Theroux's Weird Weekends. Excellent viewing. Going to finish it off with the Slice and D&B. Talking about Sneaker pumping out the releases. 1985, another one that's churning them out, but all top drawer. This one is Bredren. It's called the Grim Reaper EP, I think. This is one F44. Really cool artwork. Pink vinyl. I think it's technically rose-coloured vinyl. Just looks fluorescent pink to me. If you've been following Bredren's career, you'll see this EP is a sort of perfect distillation of their sound. This sort of like minimally rollers. Absolutely devastating in the club, on the dance floor, just absolutely does the business. It's really good. We're going to play the A2 Trench. Big tune. Check this one. Yeah, wicked EP, really feeling that, as I said, yeah, just wickedly concentrated DJ tools there for all discerning D&B DJs. Going to leave this one running quickly. Through the magic technology, I'm about to disappear, and Matt and Jack Worth also going to appear on the sofa where they have a chat about this, the debut Workforce album Set and Setting on his own Must Make music label. In honour of Max, who sat in the office, lovely product, spot varnish sleeve, gatefold, it's got a holographic centre label. The music's pretty damn good as well, which is beneficial, I suppose. So yeah, we'll hand over to Matt and Jack.
I am sat down with Jack, aka Workforce, and we're just going to have a little bit of a chat about his brand new project, Set and Setting, which the vinyl has finally arrived and looks bloody wonderful. You're saying, Jack, you alright?
Little partridge moment I enjoyed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, all good, thank you. So yeah, tell me a little bit about Set and Setting. When did you start? When did you lay the foundations? What was the inception?
Lockdown.
Yeah, of course.
We were also
all good albums.
I was just so at a loss with time, and I thought it was just like creatively an interesting time to work on a bigger project.
So it's a double gatefold vinyl,
Yep.
and the first track that we've got here is the A1. Can you just tell us what this is and who's on it?
This is Death Dreams. This is the intro tune, and it's me featuring my girlfriend Maddie Lane singing. Yeah, had to be on there.
Absolutely.
She's an amazing singer.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah, a good intro. It was an obvious intro. Had to be.
Nice, cool. Well, let's let this one run. Tell me about the artwork a little bit, because it's a very cool design. Did you do it yourself?
I did.
You did?
I basically finished the record, got all the masters done, and then when we were waiting on TPs, I spent probably 2 or 3 months on the artwork.
Wow.
It was quite a long process. Like when people see it, you can sort of see all the sort of layers, and so each one of these blocks is an individual image that's sort of mapped out in the software. It took ages, and it was such a big file that the file kept crashing, and I'm just not really a pro at it, so I was sort of still finding my feet because I haven't designed something like this for years and years and years.
But you did a lot of that during lockdown as well, didn't you? Learn in was it After Effects and animation? Yeah, so that's obviously a pretty useful use of your time during that period. So you probably can't see this too clearly on the video, but all of the blocks are outlined in spot UV, aren't they?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that, like the design process. That's quite a difficult thing to execute, right? So you had to work quite closely with Chris.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. So essentially, I had like two versions of this artwork. One that was just the vector outlines of this each block, and then one that was like the sort of flattened, rasterized images.
Yeah.
And then I just had to. Yeah, it was tricky, but we got there in the end. Just went round and round. Just wanted to make sure that people could see the outlines of the shapes to make sure that that the idea was sort of like knocked home in that way, and also it's just a nice touch to have on a special project.
Nice. Well, yeah, it's come out really well. I mean, it's the first time we've seen it today, and we've seen it, so yeah, pretty pleased all round.
Yeah.
So let's play one more track. Let's play the B1 featuring Shady Novell.
Yep.
Let's have a little listen to this one, and then come back and just have another little chat. Another good track. Do you want to tell us anything about that? About working with?
It was the backing tune was knocking around as a demo for ages and ages. I had a different vocal, totally different arrangement, and then I've been wanting to work with Shady on something since I heard her on a tune with Mosey like ages ago. She did this one on Bingo. Mosey that I really liked. So I was in contact with her about doing something, and yeah. In the end, I think she sent me like a load of stems over this, and then I chopped it together to make the phrase and totally changed the arrangement to fit around her vocal.
Sick.
But yeah, really pleased with this one.
It's come out really, really well. Sounds excellent. Just one other thing that I wanted to pick up on. You notice on the A-side labels, there's quite a clever looking little design on there. Do you want to explain what that is?
It is a zoetrope or a phenakistoscope. Yeah, so it's like each of these shapes is sort of like a frame of an animation, and when it spins at 33 RPM, it reanimates. But the one thing I would say is if you buy one of these, please do. Shine a light on it and then shoot on the phone at 30 frames per second, and then these reanimate into an animation. I got really deep into these over lockdown.
Yeah.
I made about 20 and just finished on this one because it sort of fits the vibe of the art.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, we had a little look earlier and it looks really cool.
Yeah.
It wasn't perfect, so the lighting wasn't fantastic, but yeah, it looked really good. So this album is out now, been available digitally, but obviously worldwide vinyl delays have kind of delayed this, the kind of cherry on the cake. But yeah, you pleased with it?
I'm really pleased. It's almost like the day it came out, amazing amount of lethargy. Just like suddenly release. Not done very much since, to be honest.
No, so just quickly about the process. So obviously writing an album can be kind of creative and very sapping, and probably take a lot out of you. How do you feel afterwards? Like you said, it's relief, but like where do you go next?
It's a tricky one, particularly with an album, because you put so much into it that you're not sure where to go next in terms of the next project. With an EP, it's just like, I'll just do another EP and then I'll just do another single or whatever. But with this, it's like, I feel like a pressure now to come up with a new sound or come up with a new concept altogether. So I almost want to like do away with everything that I had, or everything that I made in the process, and sort of just exactly. I think that's what's going to be the next thing I'm going to do this year is clear the decks. I've got some ideas what I'm going to do with that. And then, but yeah, in terms of like how you actually feel, it's a pure lethargy. It's like I haven't written a tune in a year since we got this signed off.
Yeah, actually not.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was someone who lived in there and was making 2 or 3 tunes a week, probably.
Wow.
Yeah. So
yeah, I do remember speaking to you when you're travelling to and from the studio a lot, and I guess you just haven't for the last. Like,
no, it's hard to explain, but it's like I just don't have any will at the moment or ideas. You sort of want to. I want to wait till it feels natural to go back and do some more.
Kind of like used everything up.
Yeah, really sort of you exhaust all your sort of ideas and concepts, and also brain power. It takes a lot. Like,
well, at the same time, learning all the design and the animation and everything as well that goes with that. It's like I'm sure you've kind of like probably used up all your creative juices, and you've got to kind of have a bit of a reload now. Is there anything else coming up from you at the moment, or
this is the main project?
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's you kind of still you find yourself empty-handed, but then I don't know. I think with albums you can sort of like let them breathe for a bit, and then I don't want to. You're only as good as your last record. I don't want to put out something just like to feel in a rush.
For the sake of it.
Yeah, we've got some more stuff coming on the label this year. More podcasts. I'm probably going to focus quite heavily on that for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I really enjoyed those, particularly when you were doing them through lockdown. The one with Alex was great. You've just done one with Dave Jenkins.
Yeah, so that was just like a recording of a conversation that we'd had for an interview, 2 interviews that he did with me, one for UKF and one for DJ Mag, and I was just refreshing my memory about like the concept of when I was making some other content.
Yeah.
And he sent me the recordings over, and I was just like, these are really good. Like these could be really cool if I chopped them up into a podcast format. So I did. But yeah, I've got plans for more. I want to keep the guests quite diverse and different, and that was one of the things that was halting me, was writing this, and also wanting to have some sort of strategy for who the guests were going to be.
Yeah. Cool. Well, keep it locked. Must Make Podcasts available on all your usual streaming platforms, etc. And the album, like we said, it is out now. It's available in all reputable and disreputable physical retailers and online retailers. Also, grab it from Bandcamp, where you can get yourself a signed copy of the print.
Yep, got some posters.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, enjoy the music first and foremost. Like, mainly, it's a great body of work. Go check it out. Thank you very much, Jack.
Thanks,
really
man.
appreciate your time, man.
Alright, so there we go. I hope you enjoyed that chat between Matt and Jack Workforce, giving a bit of background on sort of the creative process behind the album, how and why it was made, the artwork and all that stuff. Nice to have a guest feature on the show, something a bit different, so I hope you enjoyed it as well. Hopefully we're going to get a few more guests down in the not too distant. The track underneath this is obviously off the album, it's called Observer, really cool. We also got a competition to win a signed copy of the poster of the artwork of the album. Really nice. All you got to do is just drop a comment under the Instagram video of this week's Unearthing New Vinyl. We'll pick winner at random next week. We'll announce it on the video next week. And on that note, I'm not actually going to be here next week because I'm on holiday. All this stuff about me and Matt making up is complete lies. We can't bear to be in the same room with each other anymore, so we're sort of alternating week to week now. How long we're going to keep this up for, I don't know. But there we go. So yeah, Matt will be back next week. Thanks for watching as always. All the stuff, I mean, it's a limited selection this week, granted, but all the stuff will go in a bundle. 2 or more, 10% off. Keep it locked on our socials, Insta, Facebook, SoundCloud, Twitter. Oh, and as Jake has just pointed out, we have a live stream Friday afternoon from Man of the Moment, Nefertiti, who's going to be coming with 4 decks. Yeah, he is a bit of a wizard on the turntable, so that's going to be well worth tuning in for, so keep it locked for that. And either myself or Matt will see you again very soon. Big up. Peace.
You are now listening to the sounds of
Unearthed.